Hey, it's Justin and Taylor. We are back with a LIT method, which stands for low impact training. Today is gonna be your recovery series. We're gonna be dealing with knee pain. All you need today is your mat, the foam roller if you have one. Don't worry about it if you don't have one. We'll still be providing modifications throughout the entire class. Are you guys ready to get started?
Let's go.
All right, so knee pain. First things first, we're gonna deal with psoas. Tight hip flexors, we're gonna open them up with slow hip circles. In 3, hands on the hips. In 2, 1, left leg comes up, it opens up, and right to the side. Nice and slow, guys. Just like this, take your time. So, all we're gonna focus on is the stability here, opening up your hip flexors, your psoas. If you're sitting for long periods of time, in the car, at the office, your hip flexors are gonna get really tight. The kinetic change starts on your feet and works its way all the way through your entire body. So I'm a big advocate on getting those hips nice and loose. We got about 30 more seconds here.
Feels so good.
It does, right? To intensify, guys, all you're gonna do is drive it up just a little bit higher. Your tempo never changes. It's slow, it's controlled, you're stabilizing, starting to feel those hips open up. I know I am. The last 10, the last 8, nice job. Last 6. Last 4,
Ooh.
Last 3, 2, 1, recover. So these are that dynamic warm-up. After this, we're gonna take you to some strengthening exercises. Left foot comes forward, right leg comes back. All we're gonna do, guys, is shoot it forward, squeeze your glute. Your right glute's gonna squeeze nice and tight. You're gonna open up that hip flexors, that psoas. You release, you squeeze. Nice. Perfect. To intensify here, all you would do is take your foot placement, bring it back just a little bit further, intensifying your stretch. Same thing, nice and slow, contracting that glute nice and tight.
Oh, this feels amazing.
I know, right? It feels so good. Guys, this is a perfect series to pair before or after your workout. This is something you can do at any point of the day if you need a quick break on your lunch break, in the morning. This is absolutely perfect. And you don't have to do the whole program. You can just pair specific exercises that work for your body. That's what this is all about. 3, 2, and we hold the last one, contract, squeeze nice and tight, left arm comes up into the air, we intensify by with a small little reach, squeeze that glute nice and tight, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, release, we switch sides. How's that feel?
Feels great.
I know, right? It's a nice little break here. All right, guys, slide it back nice and slow. Same thing, we start it over, come forward, contract that glute. Perfect. Probably after this workout, you can say, oh my God, I got a glute workout. You will. We're gonna teach you how to engage all those small muscles because they make a huge impact
Yes, they do.
in the way your body functions. At LIT, we're all about injury prevention, right? We believe in building your body rather than breaking it. Perfect. Remember, if you want to intensify, you just take that foot, that placement, bring it back, and squeeze nice and slow. Starting to feel that stability work a little bit, huh?
I know, the core.
All right, guys, last 5. Perfect. Last 4, we hold in 3. We hold in 2, and hold it. Squeeze nice and tight. Really contract that glute. On the balls of the feet, arm comes up. Pull it over nice and slow. Squeeze that glute. Can you push your hips forward just a little bit more for 3?
Yes, you can.
2, 1, recover. Okay,
Woo.
all right, so the first series of exercises is just to warm your body up and really focus on strengthening. Your form is gonna be crucial in everything we do right here. So when you're ready, nice and slow, you're gonna start in the middle of your mat. You're gonna come to a nice little flexion in your legs, making sure you're on the heels of your feet. And all we're gonna do is do 1 step to the side, to the right, 1 step to the left. On my go. Arms, pull them just like this, nice and slow. In 3, 2, 1, step, right back over. Perfect. I don't want your tempo faster. I don't want it slower. I want your foot placement staying right in line, nice and slow. What this is gonna do is fire up your medial glutes, your stability, your low back, and strengthening those quads, which play a huge role in knee strength and mobility. We're gonna talk about a lot of stability here. We're gonna talk a lot about strength, okay? Mobility and flexibility, we're gonna talk about the different meanings and what that means to your body. So as you're bringing it up, I want you to slow it down right here. Hold it for a second. Drop your hips just a little bit lower.
Ooh.
Sit back in the heels of your feet. If you can, if you're able to, I want you to pull up on your toes just a little bit. You're gonna start to feel those quads fire up.
Yes,
when you
I
have strong
do.
quads, it's gonna help protect your knees. We're all about knee pain. We're all about longevity here. If you can, sit another ½ inch, a little bit lower for 5. A little bit lower for 4. It's gonna be a tempo squat in 3, 2, you come up for 3, 2, 1, all the way up. Squeeze your glutes nice and tight, hips come forward. drop it right back down, slow. For 3, for 2, 1, hold it. Together, we take our feet all the way together, nice and slow. So what this is gonna do is place even more tension onto our quads. Sit a half inch lower, close your eyes. It's gonna burn a little bit, but it's okay. This is how we make the muscles around the joint stronger, by working them out with static holds.
Woo!
For 3, for 2, for 1, come up nice and slow, all the way up. We're gonna squeeze those glutes again in 3, 2, 1, hips come forward, squeeze the glutes, love it. And recover. All right, we're gonna do the same thing again. This time we're gonna take our feet hip distance apart. When we drop down, we're gonna work on the stability by nice and slow alternating heel drops. On my go in 3, you ready, T?
I'm ready.
2, 1, bring it down nice and slow, not too deep. Go, left one first, go, bring it up, switch. All right, so this is one of my favorite ones right at the start of my workout. I actually suffer from a ton of knee pain, ankle pain. I think I've broken about every bone in this body.
True.
Or anything we do low impact. So I'm a huge advocate on injury prevention and taking care of your body. Perfect. All right, so to intensify, you will want to intensify. You'll bring it just a little bit lower. We all hold in 3, together in 2, 1, hold it nice and low. Left one comes up, pulse.
Ooh.
Nice and slow. You're gonna start to feel that quad, that calf, that glute start to really engage. For 3, 2, 1, switch, bring it up, pulse, nice and slow. Perfect. Told you it was gonna burn a little bit, even though it's a recovery series. Still gotta use those muscles a little bit, guys. For 3, for 2, for 1, and shake it out. All right, we're gonna go to some nice static stretching. That's gonna help loosen everything up, increase flexibility. So when you're ready, you're gonna lay on your side just like this with me. This bottom leg can stay extended or it can come in flexion. First things first, you're gonna take this hand right down on your forearm. I'll go over and coach you guys through it in a second. You're gonna take this leg back just like this. Bottom leg now extends, top leg is in flexion. This is phase 1 right here, okay? I really want you to feel that quad. You feeling it, T?
I'm feeling it.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna jump over and help Taylor intensify a little bit. Stay with me, guys. Okay, so if you're stretching your quad, you're really breaking up all that lactic acid we just created together. We're gonna take this up a notch by laying completely flat on one side. Perfect. And pulling that in. You're gonna feel the hip flexors, the psoas, the quad start to release. It's a static hold, and then we're gonna activate it with a full-blown leg extension right back in 3, 2, 1. Extend it out, release, right back in. This time, you should be able to get a little bit more range of motion. Pull it in just a little bit tighter for 5. How's that feeling, T?
Woo!
Perfect. Nice. At any point this is too much for you, you can release and back it off just a little bit. We're gonna go through one more rep of that in 2, 1, extend out, bring it back, pull it in nice and tight for 5. For 4, on the last 3, pull it in as tight as you can. For 2, 1, and release, we switch sides. So, same thing, let's start it off nice and slow. Both legs are in flexion just like this. Take the left one back, bottom one extends out, nice and slow. Another way to intensify this movement before we drop down is by just rotating your hips just a little bit forward, just like this. Don't focus so much on the stretch yet, because you can also release at any given point if it feels like it's too much. You ready to intensify?
I'm ready.
All right, so we'll drop that hip back nice and slow, and we're gonna drop it on down in 3, 2, 1. Release the leg as you drop down. If you need to modify, nice and slow, pull it back just like this. Same thing as last time. If we're looking to intensify, we're just gonna grab up just a little bit higher on that leg and pull it in just a little bit tighter. If it's still not enough, you might be very flexible. We'll rotate the hips forward just like that, and you will absolutely feel that one.
Oh, I do. Oh my goodness.
Good. For 3, I actually have a torn hip flexor, so this is one of my favorite moves to do at the end of my workout. The static stretches are great. Dynamic ones are moving your body, what we just did at the beginning. The static stretchings are great. We're gonna go ahead and activate it in 3, 2, 1. We activate. I want you to contract the quad as tight as you can for 3, 2, 1. Pull it back. Remember, whenever you're doing it the second time around, I want you to increase range of motion by pulling up just a little bit higher, intensifying even more, rotate your hips forward. Oh, this is so good right here. Any static stretch you really want to hold for about 15 to 30 seconds. Perfect. We're gonna release in 3, 2, 1. We release, contract that quad. Last time around, pull in as tight as you possibly can. This time, I want you to really grab your foot, rotate it forward, Squeezing that glute, that hip flexor, that quad for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Fantastic. Okay, so next round of stretches are gonna be the figure 4. You're gonna activate your psoas, your quads, your glutes, one of our favorite ones. I'm gonna come over here and coach with Taylor. I want everyone to lay on their back, nice and slow. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna bring it right to the glute bridge, the same way we would to activate our glutes real quick. So bring it up, squeeze the glutes nice and tight for about 5 seconds here. Perfect. Intensifying, pulling your toes off the ground. Perfect. For 4. For 3. Boom, those glutes activate.
Oh, yes.
For 2. For 1. All right, we're gonna go right to that figure 4. So drop it down. We're gonna take your left ankle, place it on your right knee just like this. This is option number 1. To intensify, Taylor's gonna take her hands, she's gonna place it on her knee. Just like that, you're gonna push away, feeling the glute open up and that knee, that quad, nice and slow. How's that feel?
Feels good.
All right, next move, guys. Take your hands, place it around your hamstring. That's option 1 right here. Keep it bent, pull it in as tight as you can to intensify the movement. Perfect. And then when I count you in, after about 15 seconds, we're gonna raise it all the way up. When we raise it all the way up, we're gonna pull back on our toe, lengthening the hamstring in 3, in 2, in 1, bring it up. Close your eyes, lay it back, pull back on your toe just like this, nice and slow. The more flexion you pull back, perfect. This is dorsiflexion in your foot, guys. So when you pull it back, you're really lengthening the quads, the hamstrings, the calves, all the way down. We talked about that kinetic chain starting on the ankle and working its way through your body. This is a great stretch for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Release nice and slow. Switch sides. Perfect, same thing. Always start first movement, pushing away just like that. This gives your body time to adapt and realize what kind of tension you're gonna place on the muscle here. So for 3, for 2, for 1, next phase, bring it in nice and tight. Remember, to intensify, you're just gonna pull it in a little bit tighter. Fantastic job. How's that feeling, T?
Feels good.
Feels good. So this is a series with self that you can always come back to. Remember that anytime you have like a hard lower body day or a good cardio workout and you really want to focus on mobility and flexibility, come back to this series. It's gonna really help guide you. All right, extend that leg all the way up. We focus on that knee pain today. Pull back on the toe with dorsiflexion, nice and slow. Perfect. So there's plantar and dorsiflexion in that foot and ankle. You're gonna extend it out, pull it back. Perfect, just like that for 5. How's that feel?
Whew.
4,
Well
3, 2, 1, and recover. Perfect, guys. All right, we're moving into the next phase here. Foam roller.
Thank you.
So if you don't have a foam roller, don't worry about it. What works great is a water bottle if you have one, a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball. There's so many different ways. A wine bottle, whatever you want to use, you can use it. Tag self in it, whatever you use, please. Okay, so first things first, I want you to come on your butt just like this. Bottom legs extended, other legs in flexion. We're gonna elevate our hips off the ground in 3, 2, 1, nice and slow. Perfect, you're gonna roll it all the way back and then all the way forward. We like to say at Lit Method, it hurts so good. Because it hurts,
really
but it's
does.
so good. I know. Okay, we're gonna talk about cross fiber friction. A lot of people don't tend to use this. It's one of my favorite things to do for that fascia. We're gonna go just like this. We're gonna hold it. We're gonna bring this out. We're gonna stack it. If that's too much, I want you to keep it down and modify with Tay. With me, just like this, a cross fiber friction. Find that sticky point and you're just gonna rotate nice and slow. This is a unique and different way to really break up that muscle fiber without having to roll it out and requiring a ton of tension. For 3, for 2, 1, and release that butt down. We switch legs. Oh,
That one is a doozy.
my goodness. Okay, nice and slow. One leg's extended, top leg's in flexion, nice and slow. So, foam rolling, how often should you do it? When should you do it? Every single day. Foam
So
rolling
good
is
for you.
just as important as all of your workouts, right? What good is your body if it starts to break down over time? This is all about longevity and really giving you the tools you need to take care of your body and keep pushing as hard as you can. Perfect. When I count you in, we're gonna stack the feet in 3. In 2, in 1, you can modify with Taylor. You can stay with me. You stack them up. Oh my goodness. You guys can hear me from all over the world because it hurts really, really good, right? Perfect for that cross fiber friction. Last 3. Last 2, 1, place that foot down. Perfect. All right, we're gonna roll it onto the IT bands. If you suffer from knee pain, low back pain, you most likely have tight IT bands. We're gonna show you how to break them up right now. Okay, drop it down on your forearm just like this. Take this foam roller, place it underneath your leg. Top leg's in flexion, bottom leg's extended. First thing, we talked about dorsal and plantar flexion. I want you to point that toe just like this. Start 2 inches above your knees at your own comfort level. We're all on different levels. I want you to roll it towards your hips and then back away.
Ooh.
Okay, your foot placement, this bottom leg down here, the way that toe is positioned is everything. So I really want you to point it nice and slow. Absolutely amazing. Justin Taylor, I need a little bit more. This isn't enough for me. You said it hurts so good, but I'm not getting the hurt part here. Okay, we're gonna stack it up just like this. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if I'm gonna go for that.
Nice and slow, you roll it all the way in, all the way out. I'll teach you another trick. This is perfect post-workout. Hold it, swim it just like this, nice and slow. That's a great intensification there for 3, for 2, 1, release, we switch sides. I'm gonna come over here with Tay and walk you back through it. So when you get on that foam roller, guys, the best part to put it is 2 inches above the knees every single time. Bottom leg extended, top leg in flexion. Remember that top hand right there? You're gonna roll it towards the hip and back away, nice and slow. Absolutely amazing. That toe, I want you to point it. Perfect. We talk about foam rolling, myofascial release, we talk about flexibility, we talk about mobility. When you foam roll, you can do it at any point of your workout, any part of your day, when you first wake up. If you're suffering from knee pain or low back pain, I highly suggest you foam roll first thing in the morning and every single night. The great thing about the foam rollers, you can travel with them, you can take them wherever you want, and you can also intensify with the lacrosse ball, baseball.
Ooh.
Perfect. All right, option 2, if you're feeling ready for it, we're gonna take that leg there, stack the foot right on top. Perfect. Yeah, it hurts so good, I know.
Yes, it does.
Remember, this hurts so good. That should be the hashtag for self. It hurts so good today. Perfect. For 3, for 2, we hold it, and we scissor those feet back and forth nice and slow for 4. Absolutely amazing. For 3, for 2, for 1. Perfect. We've got one more stretch for you guys right here, one more roll out. Take this foam roller, you're gonna place it right underneath your left hamstring. Just like this, your hips come off the ground. Your toe, point it, nice and slow, roll it all the way up, all the way down. Same thing, if you need more, just cross the feet, bring it up. Ooh, how's that feel?
That feels good.
Nice and slow, absolutely amazing. Same thing, if you want some cross fiber friction in here, you take it up, you just rock it side and slow, just like this for 3, for 2, for 1, sit it down, we switch sides. And if you want more, a lacrosse ball, I keep referencing it, is amazing. It gets in those hard to reach areas, nice and slow. Bring it all the way up, all the way down. Perfect. I want you to avoid rolling right on that, underneath that knee joint. Just the hamstring, right up until that point of the knee, right back through. We'll cross fiber friction in 3, in 2, in 1. Stack it, rock it. For 3, for 2, 1. Release. So, this is your injury prevention series. You don't need the foam roller to participate. I highly suggest you get one. Whatever you need, we are here to help. Tag us, let us know what you guys need, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time, guys.